Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Die by the Sword podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Midnight Syndicate for the use of their music. Go listen to them at midnightsyndicate.com. And then Sword Coast Soundscapes, they give us all those spooky noises, and you can listen to them at youtube.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes. Also, don't forget to like us on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out. All right, well, anyway, let's get into the episode.
And go Philip.
Hey guys, how's it going? All right, there you go.
We had a really hard time coming up with an intro today.
Yeah, totally. Hey everybody, how's it going?
This quarantine's getting old.
Old real quick.
Pretty much. Same old, same old.
What did we talk about before?
Before quarantine?
Yeah.
I don't know. How wonderful it was to be outside in the sun.
Yeah, that's not true.
No, because that actually hasn't been restricted here. You can be out in the sun.
And I'm out in the sun just as much as I was before.
Exactly.
Just not at all.
Exactly.
You just can't be around people when you're out in the sun.
Or they'll come and get you.
I'm interested when we all can go back to work. I know of quite a few women at my work who do not wash their hands. And I'm really interested to see if that number decreases.
Or increases.
Yeah. See if I have to evil eye women in the bathroom as much as I used to.
Yeah, this is one thing I've learned being married to Noelle is that women run a gossip chain about these kinds of things. Mm-hmm. And they know everyone who does not wash their hands when they leave the restroom.
You got to know how to judge people by washing their hands is the main reason.
Yep.
And if they don't know their name, they'll find their name out so that way they can add them to the list.
Yep.
People to never take potluck food from.
Exactly.
I'm serious.
Oh no, people at work are like, let's do a potluck. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Not with you people.
No, that's why our social events team has basically nixed potlucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not know. I'd rather order from a restaurant and just not know.
Yeah. Get the illusion that they're all washing their hands and wearing gloves.
Ignorance is bliss, they say.
Not sneezing on the food.
Speaking of that, what are our characters doing?
Our characters are ignorant? What's that segue there?
Ignorant?
Well, some of them are. Roderick.
So I believe that at the end of last episode, you wrapped up dealing with the angry mob. The militia came in and
Was
arrested
useless.
those that had stormed the courthouse.
They were beyond useless. They were rooting for the other side.
Yeah. And then Philip shot them down. Or Carrie. Carrie told them what was up.
With some really hero card worthy dialogue there.
Very hero card worthy, I'd say.
Except
But
he specifically said, "Don't give me a hero card."
I actually don't remember you saying that.
He said he already has 3 hero cards and he never used them, so please don't give me another hero card.
Oh, right. He did say that.
Oh, well, snooze, you lose.
Yeah, well, maybe if you used the ones you already had, you would not be crippling yourself.
That's true.
He's in quarantine mode. He's hoarding.
And he started a long time before that.
Philip has a warehouse of toilet paper, but he's not actually using any of it.
I am too. I'm going to be a mummy next Halloween.
He's going to mummify the entire house. He's going to wrap the entire house in toilet paper.
You know, I do wonder how many mummies we're going to see at Halloween this year.
Yeah, it's going to be like billionaires burning $100 bills as like a celebration. They're going to use up all that extra toilet paper in their costume just to relish in the fact that they have so much of it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to jobs. Roderick goes back to sleep.
That's not a job. That's recreation. You guys are the worst at segues today.
Whose watch is it? It was the middle of
Renly's.
And did the fight consume the rest of Renly's watch? And is it now Vivian's watch? Or what?
Depends on how long you stayed up and talked with the militia or any of the guards in the courthouse would determine how long the rest of it would go.
I dropped the mic and left.
I don't want to talk to them.
Me neither.
We exchanged a few words, but...
Well, then it would technically still be in the last part of Renly's watch for about 45 minutes.
Really, that didn't take that long. It felt like that fight lasted like
Yeah, it was
hours.
felt forever.
Yeah, that's time where in Pathfinder, months can go by in minutes and seconds can go by in weeks.
Yep.
Which is ironic since this is supposedly fun and time flies when you're having fun. So, Renly finishes up his watch.
Yep. So roll one more perception check for your watch.
Oh, I have to roll. Oh, noble piece of crumb. Sure.
Another mob shows up. It's all the wives.
Come on, Renly.
All the wives.
Let me.
We get the professionals next.
15.
15. Okay, with that, you see the mob from the next town over start making their way in.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. You make it through your watch uneventful. The rest of it.
Time to sleep.
And it makes it Vivian's turn.
Natural 18 on perception.
Oh, nice.
You're very certain there is nobody coming
From the next town over.
from the next town over.
All right, so we get through the rest of the watch.
Yep, make it through the rest of your watch.
Awesome. Sleep's recovered. Arcane pool recovered. Spells recovered. I have my spells picked out, which ones I'm going to use for today. So we're good.
Success.
Success.
Everybody else have their anything they need prepared, picked out?
I'm good.
I am A-okay.
Very good. All right, so what's y'all's plan?
Go to the next place.
Yeah, did we get all the information we could from Karen?
Yeah, you know it's only like 3 miles north of Lepistad, and the place is in ruins.
Okay.
And just a reminder, this is the hospital that like the doctor and all the patients were killed,
Yes.
and only one person survived.
Yes, the doctor's assistant, Carl.
Well, I am noting that we have not interviewed Carl yet.
Yeah, where's Carl?
He's probably still asleep. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Let's wake him up.
He's up. Country boy. I'm sure he's up with the sun.
Yeah, but it's not sun. The sun's not up yet.
So we'll wake him up before
People
the
are more
sun.
likely to tell the truth in the morning.
Yeah, just brain scrambled. Just break into his hotel room.
Okay, it looks like Carl is not staying in town. He has his own place off of the river of Lepistad.
Is that on the way?
Yeah, is it on the way?
It looks like the river of Lepistad runs right across the north part of town, so you'll have to cross over the river to get to Sanctuary.
That'll be close enough to 6 o'clock by the time we run past it, so we'll just go wake him up.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we get all geared up.
Do we need the horse?
Roderick has mount prepared, so he's going to cast it.
I asked about the horse, but I really meant, do we need March?
It's only 3 miles.
Yeah, that's 1 hour
take us
on
on.
foot, so it's like half an hour
Cool.
on the horse
Cool.
and cart. So Roderick magically summons a horse, and we hitch the cart to it, and we make our way.
Sweet.
Very good. All right, so you start making your way out of town. You do get to the river. There's a few people kind of milling about over in this area.
They're up early.
I mean, they're fishing off the river.
I mean, yeah, that's the time for it.
Yep. Give me a diplomacy check to try to find out where this cottage is.
Roderick will try to aid,
Natural 19.
and Roderick aids.
And
Very good.
Zenobia gets a natural 20.
I rolled a natural 17, so we crushed this.
You're very diplomatic for 6 o'clock in the morning.
This is our time to shine.
It's when Vivian's makeup's freshest. Hasn't sweated off yet.
Gotten bloody.
So these gentlemen fishing over here, you start asking them if they know where a small cottage is where a blind gentleman has been living, and they point you up the river just a little ways and tell you exactly where to look.
Excellent, thank you.
So why do you suppose this blind man is a witness? Couldn't have seen anything.
He's an ear witness.
He's an ear witness.
He clearly can't be an eyewitness.
Oh, man. Was he blind because of the incident?
Yes,
Yes.
Renly, my understanding was that he was not blind before the incident, and he is the only person who survived the incident, so he's all we have to go on.
Oh dear, that means this was the last horror that he saw.
The last whore that he saw?
Horror. Horror.
Making some presumptions about what they do at the lab
The
up there.
hospital, yeah. What kind of hospital is this?
The sexy kind.
The sexy
Sexy
kind.
kind.
It's full of sexy nurses.
It certainly helps my recuperation, so...
Yeah, they need to balance all the heart rates, and they're just all over the place.
So, this odd conversation notwithstanding, we walk up and knock on the door.
Who is it?
Housekeeping?
You make that joke every time.
Because that's funny every time. You haven't seen Tommy Boy enough.
The door opens and a gentleman stands there. He's got like glasses over his face, blind, obviously. Yes, can I help you?
Are we speaking to Carl?
Yes, that is me. Who are you?
Hello, my name is Vivian Heatherton, and I'm here with my comrades, who have all forgotten their names. I've forgotten their names in quarantine. Zenobia Serpentry, Roderick Iliescu, and Renly Sheedle. We are involved in the trial with the Beast, formerly the Beast, now known as Horus.
I see. Well, I don't get many visitors nowadays. Would you like to come in for some tea and maybe some breakfast?
That would be very nice.
Do you have rabbit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what this guy serves us.
Hey,
He's still getting used to this.
can I help? Zenobia wants to see exactly what she's going to be consuming.
So, I've already cast this gentleman. He is Gene Hackman in Young Frankenstein.
Of course he is.
Poor Blind Hermit.
Yes.
Of course.
Does that mean we have to set his thumb on fire?
No fire. Yes, please do come inside. Please, come.
Thank you.
Any assistance is greatly appreciated.
It is very hospitable of you, and if there's anything we could do to help to return the kindness, don't hesitate to let us know.
I really thought you were going to say to return your sight. Just like, Roderick, don't make promises.
Roderick's in a good mood this morning.
Did Vivian prepare remove blindness?
Of course not.
Why would she have done that?
I didn't remember he was blind.
We can come back afterwards.
He could find another cleric.
Seriously.
Here we have this 5th level cleric with the power to restore his sight. She's just like, nah.
Also, I don't think that he could, because he knows the old town, but that one got burned up.
Huh?
So
He could
doesn't
what?
know where the cleric is in the other town.
I don't want to get into semantics about returning blindness on NPC characters right now.
So we're in the house. And Zenobia's checking out the kitchen.
It's kind of sparse. There's not a lot of stuff there. I mean, there's a few moments where there's like lye powder by where the sugar and stuff is.
Ugh.
Because he's blind. He can't see what he's doing.
Well, that's very dangerous.
Zenobia removes the poisons and saying, I'm putting the poisons under the sink.
Oh, thank you. You do that and there's flour under the sink.
Do you have anybody who's coming to help you? Any friends or family?
No, I've been getting along just fine here on my own.
Sure you have. You might want to consider, just in case.
Look at him and he looks like he's suffering from like arsenic poisoning. He's got like hair falling out.
Anyway, Zenobia makes a pot of tea.
Very good. He has a table there with 4 very mismatched chairs.
It's fine, I'll
I'll
sit.
stand.
So, we understand that the Beast is being charged with burning down the hospital. You are the only person to have survived the event. Could you tell us what happened?
Well, the last thing that I remember was this beastly figure. He was very, very tall and made of this like patchwork skin. And he was trying to kill the master. And Dr. Broda is who I'm referring to when I say the master. I tried desperately to save him, but I was no match for the beast, and the fire took my sight. And he removes his glasses, and he's got these big burn marks across where his eyes were.
This is very tragic.
Who else was in the hospital and why were they there?
Several patients were in the hospital for various reasons. Some of the nurses and Dr. Broda. I don't know how I am the only one to have survived.
What was your job at the hospital?
I was his medical assistant.
Dr. Brada's medical assistant?
Yes.
What kind of doctor was Dr. Broder?
He was a surgeon.
Risky business in this town.
So when you say he was a surgeon, were all the people in for the same surgery, or were they ailing in different places?
Various different reasons for their surgeries.
And you refer to the doctor as the master?
Yes, he was my master. I was, I guess you could say I was sort of trying to learn the trade, so I was an apprentice in that aspect.
Did you say this beastly creature, you saw him attacking him, and it's presumed that he started the fire? Where did the fire first break out?
I am not sure where the fire first broke out.
And
yes, I'm not sure how the fire began in the first place. If the beast just started the fire, or if it was some accident of chemicals creating the fire.
Had you ever seen this creature before?
No, nothing like this.
Would you say that certain parts of his skin had hair and some had scales, and it was kind of all over the place?
I don't know if there were scales. I know he had hair on his head. I just remember it being patchwork, looking like it was different pieces sewn together.
And did the beast say anything as he was fighting with your master?
No. At least not that I could hear over the blaze of the fire.
So, could be the skinwalkers.
Yeah, that's where I jumped to immediately with the patchwork suit, and then the surgeon,
Well,
even more.
My other thought is that this dude could be...
A member?
What?
That the doctor could be a member of the Whispering Way?
I mean, I don't know about that. I was thinking he could have created the beast if he's a surgeon.
That's where I was thinking too. This
Yeah.
is like Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah. So can I do a sense motive on everything this dude's saying?
Yes.
Roger rolled an 18.
Zenobia rolled a 2, so that didn't help.
Vivian also rolled an 18.
Right. So Vivian and Roderick, you guys can tell that he's telling the story as he remembers it.
Very well. Thank you very much for your time.
I do have a question before we leave. If you don't know that the beast started the fire and only fought your master, then why are you testifying that he did start the fire?
I'm not testifying that he started the fire. I'm testifying that he killed my master.
Oh, you saw him kill him. Oh, that's terrible. Is that the last thing you saw?
I can only assume he killed him. His body was never recovered.
Oh, so you didn't see him get killed. So you don't know if he was killed. So why are you testifying if you don't know?
Renly,
I saw him being attacked.
I'm sure he's going to tell the story of everything he saw.
No, I know that, but I mean, he's jumping to conclusions.
No, the prosecution is jumping to conclusions.
I mean, you do believe the beast is guilty, don't you?
Do you know of some other beast that matches that description?
I was just going to say that there are other beasts in the world besides Horus.
Yes, but we actually know of one specifically that could have done this. That's in prison
Well, why-
right now.
Well, okay, but I mean, it could have been a third one. I don't know.
All right, we wrap up our conversation with Carl.
Let's stop confusing the poor man. He's suffered enough already.
Don't hesitate to stop back by for tea again.
All right, so we wrap up with Carl.
Wrap up with Carl. Make your way across the river and head towards Sanctuary.
Colleagues, would you describe Horace's face as patchwork?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you describe the Skinwalker's face as patchwork?
Yes.
Yeah, the skin he wore, yes.
Yes, not when he's naked.
No, I understand that.
I mean, the dots are bright and glaring. I mean, it's a surgeon and the patchwork suit. And we already know that the Skinwalker was using Horse's identity to commit atrocities. So I don't understand why this would be any different. That's the hunch I'm going with.
Okay.
This doctor, though, he's a surgeon.
What if he's Horace's father?
He also could be a colleague of the Skinwalker.
You could also be the Skinwalker. No, wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
He fought himself.
I'm my own grandpa.
And I'm also very suspicious of the fact that the body was not found.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Let's go to the rubble.
All right. So like I said, you make your way north following the Lesser Maltre River. There is a narrow track that kind of goes along the western shore of the river. And as you go, you pass through some very gray and depressing looking marshland before you finally come up on the very sad ruins of Sanctuary. The ruins are a broken building lying on a spur of land that's jutting into the river. The place is burnt, and the timbers of the large main building sag into undergrowth as it looks like nature is kind of taking back over the place. Nearby, there's a small cluster of gravestones jutting out from the weeds. Even this area has overgrown.
That all happened quick. So I guess we roll perception checks. Roderick rolled a 29.
15 again.
8.
18.
Okay.
What do I see?
Well, y'all look around, and you do see there are 12 graves that are jutting up along this cobbled track, heading back toward Lepidstad. So, and as you continue to look around the rubble and everything in here,
Ooh, I don't like the looks of this. Generally, this means the number of graves means the number of ghosts we're going to have to fight. Is the doctor's grave among this dozen? It's the one that says, "Here lies less more, no less, no more." No. So we're not in Tombstone.
So this hospital is kind of on a little peninsula.
It's on Carb Isle.
mm-hmm. It is called an island, but it's actually an isthmus. And so what were those totals on the perception checks?
8.
18.
Tell me what I see.
15.
Okay. Well, with the 8, you see grass. With the 15s, you are able to see, if you kind of go in through the ruins a little bit, looking around, you can see down toward the southern part of the ruins a 3-foot wide hole in the ground.
And then, Richard, you got a really high perception, right?
Yeah, Roderick rolled a 29.
Of the 29, as you're looking through the ruins before making it down there to that hole, you find a kind of charred metal box that is locked.
Zenobia rubs her hands in glee.
Hold on, you haven't seen it yet.
He's telling me.
Roderick says, "Well, what is this?" And he reaches down and picks up the metal box. What does he have in his hands?
He has a metal box that is locked. It is kind of charred.
Zenobia?
Zenobia,
Did you make a fortune check?
could you check this to see if it's trapped and then check to see if you could open it?
Ooh, I love lockboxes.
I knew this would be right up your alley.
Mm-hmm. So, first trap check.
Roderick will take a look too, just as backup.
30.
She rolled a 30.
Well, I rolled an 18, and it have a 12 modifier. So,
All right. Well, with that, you can tell looking at this that the fire got so hot on this lock that it kind of fused it shut. So there's no way to get your lockpick kit or anything in there to disable the lock, but it could still be broken.
Strength check.
yeah,
So Zenobia tells us to Roderick.
yes. So, Roderick, there's no trap, but the fire was so hot the lock mechanism's fused. It's just melted. We're going to have to just brute force this open.
That sounds like my kind of box.
Exactly.
So, want to help me out?
Sure.
And Roderick gets out his crowbar, which he always has on him. And he's going to roll a strength check. And then Zenobia rolls to 8.
And
Well, that was a natural 4. So that's an 11 total strength.
That it didn't even move.
Oh, can I try?
Be my guest. Roderick hands you his crowbar.
I cast guidance.
And Roderick
Plus
tries to
1.
aid. Oh, there's my natural 18 on the aid.
There's
had a
my
2 on the
natural
8.
3 on the...
This happens every single fucking time. I hate strength checks. I really do.
Okay, Zenobia is going to take a whack at it.
All right, Roderick's going to roll to 8 again.
Vivian's looking at the grass.
Roderick aids.
Oh. Renly aids.
Oh, no,
What'd you roll?
6. So we're all standing around it with our hands on our hips looking at it, and we start again.
I feel like I can do this.
Top of the rotation.
Roderick has the highest strength bonus, so he's going to try again. There we go. Natural 19.
And this time I've got an 11 to aid.
Okay, so that's
21.
22, 24, 26. Did Renly aid?
Nope.
Okay, so 26.
All right, so just enough to get it open.
My goodness. Everything inside is broken.
You guys remember when I broke the vault open?
Yeah.
It's kind of like this.
I imagine we just took it and started, like, kicking it along.
Probably dropped it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Threw it in the water to see what had happened.
Yeah, it just started to sink, so you had to quickly go in and grab it.
Nope, that didn't work.
All right, so you do break the lockbox open. Once you do open it, you do see that most of the papers that are inside have been charred beyond recognition, but there are a few that you can kind of make out some words on, and all the ones that you do see, the words Vorkstag and Grind's Chemic Works appear multiple times throughout these documents.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, it's basically certain at this point.
Skinwalker. Skin stealer, sorry.
Yeah,
No.
whatever
Yeah.
he is. Want to go look in the hole?
Here, Roderick.
Did-
Zenobia gives him a push.
How deep is it?
3 feet.
No, it's 3 feet wide.
Oh. It's probably only as deep as it is wide, Roderick. Here.
I mean, I can fly, so, I mean, that's a funny joke, but... Was there anything else in the box, real quick?
No, that was all that was in the box.
Okay, just the concrete evidence we needed.
It looks like invoices, huh? Or receipts, or bills, or...
You
Purchase
can't
orders?
quite tell what they are. There's various different types of documents in there. It's basically like just those words are the main things that you can pick out.
I cast dancing lights and they dance down the little hole to see how deep it is and if we can see anything in there.
All right. I cast dancing lights looking through the hole, and you see that it's probably about a 15-foot stone-walled shaft that goes down.
Like a well?
Kind of like the entrance to like a cellar.
Are there carrots down there?
I don't know.
Kind of cellar?
You can't see those down there.
No, he threw his lights down.
We're in D2. Yeah, I threw my lights down there.
It's 15 feet down. And there's no
No.
stairs or anything?
There's no stairs. You would have to climb down.
There's no ladder.
No ladder.
Does it look like there was a
jumped
place
down.
where there was a ladder? Like, I'm just confused, like, architecturally.
it? Yeah.
I'm confused architecturally, cellar-wise, how this cellar was designed.
You would assume that this was not the normal way into the cellar.
Is it the privy?
So should I drop down there?
Well, here's the thing is, we have the evidence we need. We're very short on time. We don't know what's down there or how long it would take us to get back up.
Yeah, we could just leave.
I mean, do we have a real strong desire to go spelunking?
I mean, don't you want to go on an adventure?
Well, as I've said previously, I can fly, so I can just dip down there real quick, see what I see, let you know if it's worth us going down or not.
Yeah, let's put Roderick in danger.
Because he can defend himself so well.
Roderick going first. The trend continues.
Zenobia likes it.
All right, so Roderick is going to fly his way down the hole. Rolling perception on the way down.
Okay.
It's a 23 perception.
You fly your way down through the hole. As you start making your way down, it starts to smell really, really bad as you get further down the hole. So I need you to make a fortitude check.
Oh, great. 21.
21. All right.
Good
You're
roll.
able to withstand the scent.
Good roll.
And as you get down to the hole,
It is the potty.
It was the privy.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, the design made no sense. I was like, I don't understand.
One-way trip.
Yeah.
so you make your way down into this hole, and you see this big chamber. Well, not super big. You see,
Looks like about 30 by 50 feet, maybe 55 feet.
yeah, the ceiling in this is about 15 foot high, and it's very much in a mess and in disarray. You also see some burnt heads dangling from chains from an iron candelabra in this near the ceiling,
Ew.
close to the shaft. So as you just descend a little bit closer, you're almost like face to face with these charred heads
Oh, that's unsettling.
as they are up there. You also notice, when you were down there, 4 ghasts.
Oh, shit.
So Roger goes down, pokes his head through the hole, seeing what he can see, and he sees this horrid sight, and then he sees the 4 ghasts, and he's like, oh, by the gods. And I'm sure they all turn and hiss at him and start moving, and he turns tail and flies right back up the hole.
Very Bugs Bunny cartoon.
So Roger kind of plants himself, wipes the sweat off his forehead. Well, as we might have expected, there are monsters down there.
What kind of monsters?
I saw 4. I'm gonna actually roll a knowledge religion to make sure he knows what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, natural 16 plus 9, so 25.
Yeah, you know what they are.
Yeah, so they were 4 ghasts.
Oh dear.
Ghastly.
Yes, they're not the most dangerous things we've ever fought, but I wasn't about to fight all 4 of them by myself.
Do you think they're guarding something? Like a secret?
There might be something down there. There was burnt heads hanging from chains. I mean, it's very strange to find this underneath the hospital.
Ugh.
It was a very gruesome scene.
So do we need to fight our way down
How are we on time? Because, I mean, if we go exploring into the basement here, we might get good evidence, but we might also miss the court date.
there? What time is it? Yeah, that's a great question.
When you were down there, you noticed that the hallway leading out was caved in. So this is the only way in and out. So you wouldn't be able to go exploring the underbelly of the hospital or anything like that.
Okay, so he says, this is the only room. Everything else is caved in. So it's just the one room with the 4 monsters. We might find something else that might help our case down there.
All right, Vivian yo-yo's down with her rope that helps her climb better.
Well, we probably need to set that scene.
No, that's all I want is imagery. Is Vivian yo wrapping it around herself and then
All right, fine. And she just immediately starts climbing down without conferring with the group.
She rolls it up like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
And we just dump her over and she sort of snaps off at the end
Exactly.
and lands on her gracefully, beautifully
On her
feet.
face.
No.
But anyway, I guess we're decided we are going down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Roderick and Renly both have the same flight hex, so they can both actually just feather fall down in order to try to keep pace with the 2 climbers as they climb down.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But before I do that, I'm gonna change into something more comfortable.
Something a little more
Change it
carry.
to someone more comfortable.
So we've decided that we're going to go down and investigate because there might be something useful down there. We get out the rope of climbing, which isn't at a +5 to your climb check.
I think so. I don't have it written down, just rope of climbing.
Lowers the DC of climb checks by 10.
Nice.
Okay, so basically we're guaranteed to be able to climb down this
Yes.
with the rope of climbing. So I'd say probably Zenobia climbs down first, then Roderick, then Renly both hover down after Zenobia, kind of trying to keep pace, and then Vivian climbs down last.
Sounds good.
And Roderick's like, so they're alerted to our presence now, so we won't have any element of surprise, but we also know they are down as well. So just be prepared to fight immediately upon entering the room.
I was born ready.
All right. So let's go into initiative order then.
Yeah, and I think the initiative should probably start just as Zenobia gets to the bottom of the tunnel.
Yes.
Okay.
19.
Roderick also got a 19, but your bonus is higher.
11.
12.
All right. So going into initiative, Zenobia is going first.
Okay, and just for mechanics help, you could use your move action to climb down the remaining 15 feet of the... Because you're just entering the room, but you're 15 feet in the air hanging on a rope.
So I need to get down to the ground.
Yes, and you could spend your move action doing that.
So I'm going to go ahead and use part of my turn just to get to the ground, right?
Yeah, that'd be a move action.
So that's my move action. I'm down on the ground now, and I'm going to draw my mace, sprinkle it with holy water, and study the closest ghast. Can I do all that in one?
Do you want to quick draw your shield too?
Yeah, you could quick draw your shield as well.
So is all of that possible with the quick drawing
Yes.
of items, climbing all the way down, studying, and sprinkling the holy water?
Yes,
That's
and
a lot
this
of actions.
this is why I don't like quick draw being a free action because it results in
they're all
bullshit
free
like
actions.
this. Yeah, free action, draw your holy water. Free action, draw your weapon. Free action, draw your shield because they're all weapons.
And of course I do it, and it's like a blur
So
because I've practiced so
Well, I guess that's one
much.
question is there's drawing the holy water because it counts as a weapon, but is
that's a swift action to apply it.
swift action to apply it, and then studying she's doing as her standard action.
Right. So now it does say in the rules that a GM can determine if a creature has taken too many free actions in one turn.
I just feel like that's a lot of stuff to do in one turn. Climb all the way down, draw your weapon and your shield and the holy water and sprinkle it and study.
So what would you allow, Gary?
Yeah, I would say you could drop down, draw the weapons and study, or drop down and do everything and sprinkle the holy water but not study.
I think that's what I want to do because I actually do more damage. So I drop down. I am, by the time I'm through with all my very elegant movements, I am fully armed. I have my shield out, and I've sprinkled my mace with holy water.
That sounds good.
All right.
And then you could study next round.
Exactly.
And she's just poised and ready to fight.
Yes.
Yes. That feels a bit more balanced to me.
That's fine.
To be able to do all that.
This has been one of my
All right.
pet peeves is free action quick draw.
I think it's all fair. And
Because I'm also just trying to think of like visualizing somebody trying to do all of those actions in 6 seconds.
you'd almost have to have another roll and see if you'd fumble one part of it or have them all fail, you know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So that is Zenobia's turn. She's on the floor. She's drawn all of her weapons and sprinkled her mace with holy water. Okay, Roderick.
Okay, so with my knowledge religion that I rolled that I crushed, do they have any specific weaknesses or resistances other than just general undead traits?
They also have channel resistance. No weaknesses other than the typical undead stuff.
No elemental resistances?
No elemental resistances. Since your roll was so well, I will tell you that they also, their bite can cause ghoul fever and paralysis.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Richard knew that, but now Roderick is going to tell the group that don't let them bite you. They can cause ghoul fever and they can paralyze you. Except you, Vivian, you can't be paralyzed by them.
Really?
Yes, because you're a half elf.
Ew.
Yeah. Elves are immune to the paralysis of a ghoul.
I don't think half elves are.
I think I read that they were.
I've never read that. Wasn't on my immunes. I'm immune to sleep effects.
It wouldn't specifically say.
Unlike ghouls, a gas paralysis effect even affects elves.
Oh, okay. So I was remembering the ghoul rule, not the gas
Yes,
rule.
shut up, Roderick.
Okay.
You don't know shit.
Trying to help. So, So what Roderick is going to do, and I actually had the rules wrong. Remember when I flame and shocked my sword last time?
Yes.
That actually only costs 1 arcane pool point, not 2.
Oh.
The value of my arcane pool expenditure increases, but the number of points I have to expend does not. So he's going to use his arcane pool to, this time, chill and shock his sword, adding those two effects to it. Then he's going to cast Brand, fly towards the northwestern Aghast, and he's going to swing at it using Spell Strike.
All right.
Don't be a bad roll. It's a bad roll. As a 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Of course it does.
Oh, Roderick.
He tried.
Swing and a miss from Roderick.
Oh, and he landed, by the way.
Okay.
Does your sword remain charged?
Yes, for a whole minute.
All right. So on the ground right now, we just have Zenobia and Roderick, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Very good. It is the Ghast's turn. The ghouls will move, and 2 of them will swarm in to flank Roderick, and the other 2 will move in to flank Zenobia.
Oh, no.
So they each have 1 on either side of them.
Yeah, Roderick's out of this fight. Just, he's going to get hit, and he's going to be paralyzed, and he's going to be out for the count.
He's going to get bitten and have
Ghoul fever.
and ghast plague and...
Yeah, it would have been a lot better if I didn't roll the natural 5 on my attack, because then I would only be against 1, but,
All right, so the 2 Ghasts that are flanking Roderick are going to try to bite.
Both are going to hit.
Ever the optimist.
First one, that's a 17
That
on
hits.
bite. Okay. That's going to be 8 points of damage, and I need
Okay.
you to make... Let's see, that is
2 fortitude saves, right?
2 fortitude saves.
All right, silver's first, blue is second. It's a 15 on the first,
Okay.
and a 13 on the second.
All right, so you're able to shake off the ghoul fever, but you are paralyzed.
All right, I'm going to go get a drink.
You're paralyzed for 3 rounds.
I already told you. I told you this was going to happen.
Second one will go to bite still. 'Cause that's what they do. That's a 23.
Yes, he's paralyzed.
So that is 5 points of damage. I mean, you're already paralyzed. Do you make another one for that?
The fever, I think
check as
so,
well?
yes, each time you're re-exposed.
Yeah, all right. So make another fortitude save.
Natural 1.
Oh, Roderick.
Okay, so you have been infected with ghoul fever. So that is going to be... That's 3 points of con damage.
Oh, man. We gotta get Roderick out of there. He's dead.
And 1 point of dex damage.
Oh, Roderick, so consistent.
Alrighty.
So brave and so inept.
I will say that with your knowledge check, while you're paralyzed, you're also thinking that if you happen to die while being infected with ghoul fever, you will rise as Aghast.
Yep.
Okay, so that was those two. Now the two that are attacking Zenobia will try the same thing.
Okie dokie.
First one, that's a 17.
Miss.
And the second one, natural 20.
Oh, Jesus. Shit.
Rolling to confirm. Is a 23 to confirm.
Yes, that just hits.
I'm so happy we decided to go down here.
I don't believe we did.
Well, we did, actually.
We did.
We did. Don't try to get out of this.
I never said it was a good idea.
Yeah, whatever. You're the Grave Warden. You wanted to take care of the undead.
I think I wanted to go back to the town, but I just didn't say it.
Retrospectively,
Anyway, what do I have to roll?
two fortitude saves.
2 fortitude saves, and that is 16 points of damage on the bite.
Well, it's been fun podcasting with you guys.
You're not dead yet.
Oh, and I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Zenobia is also paralyzed.
Or was that for
To
ghoul
confirm,
fever?
right? That's for my...
No, yeah, right, that was for the first
No,
one.
you don't confirm.
So you also have ghoul fever.
So you have ghoul fever, now roll again.
Well, that was a set. Okay, right, got it. And that's a 1925.
So not
All
paralyzed.
right. Not paralyzed, but you do have ghoul fever, so let me
That's on the
roll
first
your
one.
damage on that. So that is 1 point of con damage and 2 points of dex damage.
So it hasn't changed my con modifier. It has changed my dex.
So your AC is reduced by 1, your reflex saves are reduced by 1.
Yeah, okay. So second one.
You
Right.
passed.
Okay.
No, so second ghoul
the-
attack.
The first one
ghoul
missed.
Great.
The second one.
Got it. All right.
I do, however, also need for Zenobia to make a third fortitude save from the stench.
18.
All right, so you're not sickened. I mean, you're diseased, but you're not sickened.
Fun with words.
All right, so that is the 4 ghasts. Vivian.
So Vivian needs to get down the rope further. How far up the rope is she?
20 feet.
Okay, and to just do a regular move action would be 10 feet down?
By the rules, yeah, because the climb speed is half of your movement speed. So if she was just to climb down 20 feet, it would be full round action.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to climb down 10 feet, and does that put me within 30 feet of the schools?
Yes.
So Vivian's gonna climb down 10 feet, and she's going to channel
Okay.
for harming undead.
4 will saves. Okay, number 1 is a 17.
Pass.
2 is a 14.
Fail.
3 is even less than that, so that's a fail.
I got 3 in there? I got all of them in there?
4.
Yeah, you got all 4 of them within.
Oh my
30.
gosh.
That one is a 16.
That's a pass. So 2 pass, 2 fail?
2 pass, 2 fail.
And that's, I assume that's like, there's one failed on Roderick and one failed on Zenobia of the 4.
Yes.
Awesome. Ooh, 14 points of damage. That's
Wow.
2 6s. I'm really excited. Doing my happy dance.
You just hurt these things a lot.
So that's 14 full, 7 half.
This angelic, glowing being ropes down.
It's like Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil Cleric Edition.
So that definitely hurt. There's some definite hissing going on now. But Vivian, since you are close enough to be affected by the stench of these ghasts, I need you to also make a fortitude save.
It's probably a fail. 13?
That is a fail. So you are sickened for 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
No.
And that's a -2 to all your stuff, kind of like shaken.
This is not pretty, so it's making you sick.
It's gross. This is icky.
I'm sure the heads hanging from the candelabra aren't helping you.
That's very disturbing.
All right. So that is Vivian's turn. Renly.
Okay, so he is going to start a raging song and start to fly.
So raging is standard.
Yeah.
Right. But I can't make any other They can't like cast spells or attack or anything.
They can get into the room.
I can't get into the room, and I am going to get into the room and be, I'm going to say 20 feet in the air, but here.
Is the room that high?
15 feet in the air.
15 feet high.
Oh, 15 feet. Again, I'm stuck in a room with terrible ceiling.
You're not really meant to fly inside, I think is the message there, for the most part.
Yeah, the 30-foot ceilings that are so common in Ustalav.
Right, where all those giants live.
Well, I guess since the ceiling's not as high as I thought, I'm going to swing on this side of Roderick and try and get their attention.
Which side of Roderick?
If we're looking down on them and the opening to the rubble is the north, then I am right to the west of them, to the left.
Yeah, and are you threatening them at your current spot?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because that's going to protect Roderick from a coup de grace, because it provokes to do that. So they're just going to attack you and paralyze you instead.
That's what I was afraid of.
But yes, when you are paralyzed, you are considered helpless, so coup de grace can happen. And ghasts are likely to do that.
Fortunately, we still have 3 active members, so they're not likely to do it when there's still people running around swinging.
Yes.
Now, if we all get paralyzed, then we're in bad shape.
Very true. So don't get paralyzed. Alrighty. Back to the top of the round with Zenobia.
So, I still have 2 ghasts on me. One has taken some damage. Well, they both
Taking damage. One looks twice as bad as the other.
That's the one I'm going to hit first. With my... Oh, I'm going to study him.
Nice.
So this is only the first turn since we did this, right? It just seems like forever.
Correct.
This would be the second round.
But this is the first round where I've been able to study.
Yes.
So I'm studying my first ghast, and it's the weak one. And hit with my mace. It's a 9 on the dice. 18.
18 just barely hits, but it does hit.
Yay.
I don't care about how close.
Ooh, max damage.
Max damage, 8, 11.
Plus holy water.
Alas. And 6 more points of holy water damage, so that's for a total of 14.
14 points of damage. Is dead.
Yay.
Yes, kablam.
D-E-D dead.
Dead, dead, dead. I free you, cursed beast.
Roderick's turn, right?
Yes.
What are you going to do?
If it's all the same to you, I'm going to spend my round paralyzed.
I mean, that's fair. I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you.
I imagine him criticizing his teammates while in his mind while he's paralyzed. Like, they should be doing this instead.
So that was the first of 3 rounds being paralyzed.
Yes.
Yay.
1 down. Okay. So it is the ghasts. Since you're threatening, they will take a 5-foot step over to Renly. Both of those 2. And both try to... and since it's only a 5-foot step, they can bite, claw.
No, they can't.
Okay. First bite. It's an 8.
No.
First claw. Also, no, that's a 10.
No.
Second claw. So 15.
No.
Alright, so first one missed altogether.
Yay.
Second ghast. Bite. It's an 8.
No.
Claw. It's an 8.
Nope.
And last claw. There we go. That's a 23.
Yeah, okay. You have to make any fortitude whatevers?
You only need to make 1 fortitude save.
Ah, because it wasn't the bite.
21.
21? So you are not paralyzed. But you do take 8 points of damage.
I just got to ask what you have against me, Gary.
I think you need to talk to your dice, Roderick.
It does... I don't know. It seems targeted.
All right. And Renly, have you rolled the stench save yet?
No.
So roll that fortitude save as well.
Oh, awesome. 18.
All right, so you're not sickened as well. Okay, the third remaining ghoul will try a bite claw on Zenobia.
Thank goodness she has the AC to take it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
That is a 20 on the bite.
Miss.
That is a 16 on the claw
Miss.
and a 12 on the claw.
Miss. Woohoo.
Miss. Okay,
Oh.
Vivian.
Oh, Roderick. Are all the ghouls still within range?
Yes.
Vivian is just fine where she is on the rope, and she's going to channel again.
Just gonna stay here.
Not as good. Give me a will save, Gary.
For 3 will saves.
Alright, that is a 15.
Just passes.
That is a 15
Pass.
and a 25.
Ah, dang. Okay, so they all passed. So I rolled 9 points of damage. So take 4.
Okay.
She's a little tired after that first good burst.
It's the sickening.
It's the aftershock.
Alright, well the other one that was already down is now dead.
Yay! That's good news. And that was one of the ones fighting Renly. Yeah, so there's only one on Renly, one on Zenobia now.
So, down to 2. Alright. Good turn from Vivian. She's basically saving everybody's butts right now.
Just spinning on this rope.
This is a team effort.
That Roderick is not really part of it.
He did his part. He went in and took the hits, so
Yeah,
that way
he's
you
the
guys
mate.
get down.
He was the meat shield this time.
Shield. Alright, Renly.
Okay, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step behind Roderick to use him like a shield, kind of. And then I'm going to reach out, touch Roderick, and cast a Vanish.
Oh, yay.
Aw, that's a really good spell to use. I love that.
That was very nice of you.
Alright.
That's so great.
Vanished. So, no coup de grace on him.
Not for now, anyway.
For now. Okay. Zenobia.
Well, I have one of these little critters left in front of me, and I'm gonna. The way I picture it, the first one went down with a forehand, and this is the backswing of the mace. After I study it,
Nice.
so here we go.
It's a hit, is what
21,
it is.
22, 23. Yeah.
That's it.
And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Very nice.
That Ghast is dead.
Woohoo.
That gas is in the past.
That ghast is ghastly.
It was a real gas from the past.
I'm glad I didn't waste any holy water on it. Do I have any move left?
No, you used your move action to study, so you could take a 5-foot step closer to Roderick.
Yes, I'm going to do that. Where Roderick used to be. Can I get between where Roderick used to be and the remaining ghast?
No, you cannot.
I'll still take the 5-foot step closer to where Roderick used to be.
Just making yourself a presence.
Okay. Roderick, what are you thinking about while you're paralyzed?
He's thinking that he's really happy he can count on this group to back him up when he dives in headfirst and gets paralyzed.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so this is the second round of Roderick being paralyzed, and it is the one remaining Ghast's turn. He is going to 5 step and bite claw Renly. That is a 23 on the bite.
Ooh, that one hit.
Max damage.
Ooh, that's good.
So that is 9 points of damage on the bite, and I need you to make the fortitude save for the paralysis and the ghoul fever.
Which is first?
Ghoul fever first.
No. Okay. Well, that sucks. 10. No, 11. Wait.
You have
12?
Maybe.
well, you have ghoul fever.
Either way, I have full fever.
Either way,
And then the paralysis?
the paralysis.
Even worse.
Okay. So from the ghoul fever, you take 3 points of constitution damage.
Jeez.
Hold on.
Shitskis.
I'm gonna write this down because I gotta go different places to do it. -3 con.
Mm-hmm. 2 points of dex damage.
-2 wit.
And then you are also paralyzed for 5 rounds.
5 rounds of paralysis. Anybody got any more to vanish? I'll take it. Cool.
Cool.
Paralysis is fun, right?
Oh, also the song has stopped.
You can't keep singing when you're paralyzed.
It will continue to the end till his next turn, though. That's how the spell works.
Noelle knows bards really well.
Tis fair. She does play them all the time.
So what does that mean? Even though he's paralyzed through the next round, the song's still
Yeah, it means if you get another chance to hit, it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, he spent the round, so the effect lingers until his next turn.
Yeah. It's kind of like he's the soundtrack that's still playing until his next round.
That's fine.
Weird magical effects.
Oh, I think it's like sound waves going through the air. I think it's still present. Doppler effect.
Doppler effect, indeed. All right, Vivian.
Vivian's gonna channel one more time. A little bit of overkill, but give me a save.
Please, overkill it.
That is a 26.
Passes. So I rolled an 8, so take 4 points of damage.
4 points. It's still alive.
Oh, really wanted it to be dead.
Okay. Ridley, what you think about while paralyzed? Also, are you on the ground?
He is now.
Yeah, no, I got on the ground before. I was already.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if you were still hovering.
Yeah, he said he landed.
Very good. So, Rinley, what are you thinking about while you're paralyzed?
I'm thinking, it was so stupid to come down here. Why would he ever come down? We got our evidence. We should have left.
And Roderick and Renly are both frozen in really cool poses.
Renly's probably frozen with his hand touching you.
For all time.
Or it's in a fist.
Yeah, I was punching you. That's how I deliver touch attacks.
I'm imagining like a cute little like booty pop, like underhanded booty slap.
And now it's just becoming awkward because he can't move his hand away.
Exactly.
But nobody can see it anyway, so it just looks weird. He's just standing there kind of like Vanna White, or like he's giving a
Waiting for a low 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanette White makes another appearance on the show.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
It is Zenobia's turn.
Right.
So I'm going to get closer. I'm going to take a 5-foot step. I'm going to study the critter, and I'm going to quick draw. I drop my shield and I quick draw some holy water.
And you put it on the.
And I put it on my mace. Can I hit?
Yes, you can.
Going to. I'd say Roderick, wish on my dice, but it's like, Roderick, don't wish on my dice.
Why'd you mention his name?
I know why. I know. I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
And I rolled a 2.
You had to invoke.
Yeah.
The power of Roderick.
So I fumbled.
Why did you do that?
That is a confirmed fumble.
Confirm fumble. Haven't had one of those, especially from Zenobia
top
in a
one.
while.
Oh, I hit my own shield.
Shield crashed.
Shield crash.
So somehow you hit the shield that you
Somehow
dropped
I
on the
hit the
ground.
shield that I dropped, yeah.
You don't just hit your own shield, you damage your shield.
God, I'm an armorer. I'll fix my own shield too. So.
Yeah, shields have really good hardness, so the odds that you'll do any significant damage to it are low.
Yeah. 2, 5,
And the song's still going to 6.
6.
Yeah. So the good news is that the shield has at least hardness 5, so you only did 1 point of damage to it if it's at least 5, which is not enough to break it. So
Put a big old divot in it.
sad you did that.
Gives it character.
Yeah.
All right. Roderick, your third round of paralysis. What you thinking about now?
Well, at least I think we're going to make it out of this.
Okay. It is that Ghast's turn. He's got Zenobia right there. He's going to turn around and try to bite Zenobia. That was a miss on the bite. Claw. Yep, that was a natural 3 on the bite, a natural 2 on the first claw. Yeah, that's probably going to be miss. Yep, that's a 16
Miss.
on the second claw. So miss with all 3. Not a good round for that Ghast.
My question is, Gary, do you enjoy us all being paralyzed?
I mean, it's kind of nice.
We're not all paralyzed, just the boys.
Y'all have been beating the crap out of my monsters and stuff, so this is my time to finally get some revenge.
Fair enough.
Vivian.
Channel again.
Nail him, Vivi.
Just keep going lower.
Well, I failed that one because that's a natural 2.
5 points of damage.
And you did.
Yay! So this is what I imagine is Vivian channeling, and then, a pause, and she's like, are they all gone? And just, swinging from the rope, just, spinning in a circle on the rope. Just like looking down. Like,
A very slow spin.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just like slight rotation. She's just like, are they all gone?
Nice work, Vivi. Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm coming down now.
and then just at that point, Roderick is no longer paralyzed. Still invisible. All right. Thanks, Renly. We got him.
And Renly says nothing.
Oil crew.
All right. So, threat eliminated. Roderick is going to heal himself with his healing hex. Heals himself for 11, so that's almost all he took.
Does that leak over to me?
No, but he was about to say, does anybody else need any healing?
Zenobia raises her hand.
And while this is going on, Vivian's going to be poking everyone with her lesser restoration. So
Zenobia calls out to Roderick and he says, yes, certainly. And he reaches out and rolls garbage. I healed you for 8 points.
That's half of it.
Renly, I know you can't answer, but I think you need healing too. So he reaches out to heal him. Renly, okay, I rolled much better this time. That was 17 points of healing on Renly.
Ooh, oops, cancel that. 17 heal. I'm back up.
Cool. All right, now we can do the wanding real quick. All right, so we healed up the ability damage we took. Roderick still has 1 dex damage that he's just going to heal overnight.
and Zenobia's got 1 con damage.
That she's going to heal overnight, but everything else is healed up. So perception checks.
Okay.
Natural 1 for Roderick. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
5.
5. Okay. The 2 paralyzed ones are doing really well.
So my eyes aren't unparalyzed.
24.
24.
19.
Okay. So Zenobia and Vivian see quite a few things. There's kind of a pile of debris over in the corner of the cellar. And looking through that debris, you find 12 silver crossbow bolts and a quiver. You find a slightly melted gold belt buckle and an iron bracelet with silver filigree depicting the moon eating an owl.
Can I do a knowledge religion on that?
Sure.
And are they radiating magic?
None of it is radiating magic.
19 knowledge religion.
It's not really clicking with anything that you know from your religious studies.
Okay.
Roderick has some knowledges too. Is there anything he can roll?
I've done an 18, 24 knowledge local. 25 if I study it.
Roderick, did you roll that as well?
He hasn't rolled anything yet. I'm trying to figure out what to roll.
Guessing that would be local or maybe Arcana.
I'll roll both.
I'll roll the Arcana.
Roderick will roll the Arcana. 20 even.
Yeah, 20
Okay.
Arcana.
With the Arcana, you remember seeing something similar to this symbol, the moon eating the owl, with all of your father's work on like werewolves.
Some sort of warding symbol.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it is, but it is lycanthrope related.
It's probably just some sort of protective item.
A ward or something. Mm-hmm. He rolled a 24 local, if that helps. I'm sorry, 22 local.
You can't pinpoint exactly where you know it from or if it's like to a specific tribe or anything like that. You just remember seeing it in your past.
Yeah. Well, hang on to this. It might be important later.
So does my knowledge local bring me any more information on that or any of the other objets?
No, you've got about all the information you can get from those items that you've found.
None of this looks like evidence to me.
Yeah, is there anything else in the room? Because we're in a creepy, really disturbing scene, right?
Yes. You do see, like I mentioned before, those heads hanging from the chandelier from chains. One thing that strikes you as you look at them is, while they are burned, most of them look like they were disfigured before they were ever burned.
Do you mean like they were skinned?
No, not like they were skinned. Like they had physical deformities. So it looks like most of these heads on here all had some sort of physical deformity, except for one. And his face looks human and completely normal.
And not burned?
Not burned.
Ew.
So this happened after the fire.
Oh, that's a very interesting observation, Renly.
Who does it look like it? Do we recognize him?
You don't really recognize who he is, but if you kind of continue to look around the room, you see more bodies kind of piled up over in another corner.
No wonder it
most
stinks.
most of these bodies have some sort of physical deformity to them, except for one who looks like he is wearing like a doctor's coat.
So, okay, so we've got a head and a body that possibly match.
Let's go look at the body.
Could this be Doctor? Is his name embroidered on the left breast pocket?
No. It is partially burned.
Okay, detect magic on the body and the head.
Or the room in general.
You don't see, nothing is detecting as magical, but you do, like Vivian, you had a really high perception check as well, right? Mm-hmm. As you do get kind of closer to the pile of bodies to examine those, you see lots of broken glass on the floor, but there is one like bottle that is still completely intact, and it's from Vorkstag and Grinds. It's one of their chemical bleach bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So she hands that over to Roderick to take as evidence.
Put it in the bag.
I just don't understand what's happening with this body.
I mean, we found the body of the doctor.
Yeah, well, yeah, but why is it perfect?
I mean,
Because he was experimenting on imperfect people.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here is maybe the doctor was doing this, and then when Vorkstag killed him, he did this to the doctor, maybe just as cruel irony or something? I don't know.
Convenient.
Well, and,
Already had the torture chamber built in.
and I guess the point is, at first my thought was it burned and the body like somehow remained pristine, but I think Renly's right where it happened after the fire.
No, Gary said the body was burned a little bit.
Oh, I'm so
But
confused.
he was in the fire. The body was in the fire. He was there. There's a little bit of burning on him, not a whole bunch. So he only got singed.
Yeah, it's like, what could cause this?
He started the fire and got murdered at the end of it. He started the fire with Vorkstag.
So yeah, that's what I see.
That's what the big
Vorkstag
plot
and him
twist
were
is.
fighting.
It's an insurance scam.
Yeah, Verstog and him were fighting during the fire. Got away, but was still killed by him, and he was put on display.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Renly.
So,
Your name should have been Perry Mason.
so timeline-wise, they had disfigurements before, but I think the chandelier, all the props, this was done after.
Is that relevant?
Well, I don't know. Why would someone do that?
Well,
I
that's
mean-
what I'm saying. I'm saying that the disfigured people, they were already on there. They're burnt up. That's what he said. They're burnt beyond recognition, but you can recognize that they had deformities before.
That's
So
what I'm trying to
everyone
clarify
understood-
if that's the case,
Yeah.
because...
Yeah, that's what he said.
But,
Yeah, the bodies are charred too, except for one with the
Yeah.
lab coat, which was only a little singed because that person was in the fire and got away.
so that's my question of just like... So this doctor was chopping off heads and putting them on a chandelier, and then the fire broke out, and all that happened, and then he gets killed, and then they add it later. Like, I don't understand. Like, if he just wanted a morbid chandelier, why was he?
The chandelier, I think, was the doctor's chandelier, and he was made a part of it by whoever killed him.
Yeah, by
who we
Vorkstag.
think is Vorkstag.
While all this argument's going on, Zenobia is actually taking the body parts off and seeing if she can put them in some sort of... getting ready to bury them. She can't stand the fact that these bodies are just here outside.
Is there any indication why the Ghasts are here? Is it just incidental?
Yeah, it's just they kind of took over the place.
Okay, that's what it looks like, so.
With the knowledge religion you rolled earlier, you also remember that ghasts like to play with their kills or their food before they eat them.
That's why everything's
So it's the
on-
gas that did it. See, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Gary.
Well, Roderick told you that.
No, Gary told me that. 'Cause Roderick was arguing with me. No, they were like this before. It's like, no, they weren't. All the bodies were dead. The doctor was killed after the fire.
Or during.
And then the gas came and did whatever.
Well, this was a big waste of time.
No, we got the bleach.
That's true. We do have the bleach there to add to the evidence of the paperwork.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, please. So the rope is still hanging, so we just climb up.
All right. So you climb back up out of the hole, back into the early morning, start making your way back to Lepistad. You make it back to Lepistad, check in the new evidence that you have, and we will prepare for trial day 3 next week.
I still
Dun-dun.
have three of us still have ghoul fever.
Oh yeah.
It'd be so fun if we turned into ghouls in the middle of the trial.
Yeah,
We
it'd
need
be
to go to
great.
church.
We're fine, just don't let us die.